I'm Dave Bartholomew. I'm chair of the English department here at the University of Pittsburgh, and I'm very pleased to welcome you to the English and Film Studies graduate ceremony. This is a very special event for all of us. It's special for the students since it marks a major moment in their lives, the end of something important and the beginning of something new. It's special for the parents. I know this firsthand. Our youngest graduated last year from Syracuse, and our middle son received his MBA from Pitt last Friday. For parents, too, this is the end of something, including tuition payments. And it's also the beginning of something new, a new relationship with your child as that young adult goes off into the world. And I want to say it's a special day for us, for the faculty. As we look out over the crowd and see students who we had as freshmen or sophomores or juniors or seniors, we see the results of our best work, the fruits of our labor over the last few years. The reason we went into this business in the first place. We wanted to be teachers and to have this relationship with these kids. We're proud of your achievements, I say to the graduates, but also to their parents. We're proud of your achievements. We look forward to hearing of your successes in the future, in graduate school, as teachers, in business and communication, in your travels all over the globe. At least that was the record that came to us from the graduation survey. And we thank you for the opportunity of being your professors. Every year we poll our graduating seniors and ask questions about their plans and about our curriculum and our teaching. This year we also asked them to describe what of real importance they felt they had learned as literature, composition, writing, or film studies majors. The results were delightful, assuring, and in some cases, an inspiration. They said, learned a number of specific skills: revision, library research, interviewing, ways of engaging readers, methods of analysis for image and text, strategies necessary for a long, independent writing project. They had learned to command substantial and impressive bodies of knowledge: film history and theory, the history of the novel, recent developments in creative nonfiction, trends and issues in American literature or in contemporary poetry. They had prepared, they said, pages and pages and pages, and they said pages and pages of critical and creative work for us. And we remember reading it all. But they also referred to qualities less specific, harder to name, and yet easy to understand and easy to value. Time management, a sense of voice, independence of mind, objectivity, the ability to tolerate uncertainty or ambiguity, self-confidence, perseverance, tolerance, respect for written language, its history and its practice, a critical perspective, a greater understanding of and sensitivity to the human condition. We know how much of this achievement was hard-earned and self-directed. We also know that we had a hand in it, and we're proud of that. The university is facing increasing pressures for accountability. As a department, we're being asked to define how we measure the outcomes of our instruction, an important task to be sure. Still, there is much that we teach that can't be measured by numbers. And if you could ever help us to make that argument, we will be grateful. And with that, with great pleasure, I want to turn the podium over to Lucy Fisher, Distinguished Professor of English and Film Studies, who will also welcome you and will introduce the film majors. Thank you.
And who is also shorter than David Bartholomew, so I made the proper adjustment. Because, first of all, I want to say hello and welcome and again enjoy this beautiful day. For the last few years we've been quite lucky to have marvelous weather. on graduation day, which is always a boon. Because I administrate the program, the Film Studies program, and also teach graduate courses, I don't know as many of you personally as I might wish, but I do regularly encounter many film studies majors on a one-to-one basis in our capstone course, the Advanced Seminar in Film Studies. I want to first congratulate you on earning a bachelor's degree from the University of Pittsburgh, and also to applaud your families for their support of your endeavors. And like Dave, I've also had a child in college, and I know what it involves in moral, immoral support, financial support, etc. As a film studies major, I also want to wish you success in either graduate school or in whatever related profession you choose, which might include work in film, video, or photography production, film teaching, film journalism, arts management, entertainment law, business, media librarianship, museum curatorship, etc. We've had graduates who have, in fact, pursued all of these avenues, though not necessarily in a straight line. We're even proud to boast an Academy Award nominee as a graduate, film editor Douglas Kreis, who worked on the film Babel and was up for this award 2 years ago. And we'd be interested very, very much as you proceed into the next stage of your life in hearing back from you what you're doing. Hopefully you'll receive our Film Studies newsletter if your address that the alumni office has is a valid one. And we always ask people to let us know what they're doing because it's a varied kind of series of jobs. I always like to bring the cinema directly into my graduation remarks to film studies majors. There was once a best-selling book entitled All I Really Know I Learned in Kindergarten, but for me, it's been at the movies. While in the past I've drawn quotes from Mike Nichols' The Graduate, a film linked to my generation, though one that I think students today tend to view as well, today I'll draw my comments from a work more tied to yours, Richard Linklater's Waking Life, made in 2001, which I recently taught in an advanced undergraduate seminar. In this rather philosophical film, which presents itself as a dream, the protagonist wanders around as various other individuals lecture him on the meaning of life. Clearly not a formula for making a blockbuster movie. In keeping with the work's dreamlike quality, the images are computer animated, though based on live action photography. In one sequence, 4 young men walk down a street and in a rather unlikely fashion, utter profound-sounding dictums. Despite the bizarre circumstances in which their statements are made and the rather pretentious sound of their remarks, theirs are perhaps words to live by. So I'll leave you with a series of pronouncements from Waking Life, slightly edited, which take the form of a cosmic to-do list. So here's what they say. To confront the familiar, to interrupt the continuum of everyday experience and all the normal expectations that go with it, to live as if something actually depended on your actions, to rupture the spell of ideology so that one's more authentic nature can come forward, to demonstrate the contrast between what life presently is and what it could be, to immerse yourself in actions and know you're making things happen, to deny every kind of restraint and limitation. So those, I think, are words.
Patrick Dahl. Daniel Gregoris. Michael John Hoffman II. Tyler Jackson. Megan Miles Quimcos. Alicia R. Levy. Benjamin Ostroff. Justin Powell. And Rachel Bonner Shepard. Jacob Russell Spears. And Jasmine M. Wilson. And I'd like now to turn the podium over to John Twining, who directs our literature program.
Use the guy.
Hello, it's wonderful to see everyone here. I want to introduce Brian Collette, who's for our program. Brian's passion and intellectual rigor represents the rest of the